I don't mean to what Pittsburgh would call playing all big. I don't mean to play all big. This is a custom shirt, by the way, custom made. I do, however, sometimes lay claim to being a poet. Sometimes people have taken that with a grain of salt, seeing that as something that's funny. But what we do know from the lives of great men is that words can sometimes make a difference. And those of us who are concerned with finding the right words for things, because for me, poetry is a search for sincerity, realize that our words can make a difference, sometimes more than we intend. I don't mean for this to be any sort of malicious enterprise. I was relieved to read in today's news that the Russian government has decided to continue with the Ukrainian shipments in the Black Sea of grain to people in distress from the food crisis. It's the glimmer of a hope that the world can find a way to cooperate. But my aversion to disliking Russia is well known. I'm not foolish about tyranny. When I was much, much younger, probably 20, I spent a night in an apple orchard in Ohio with my nephew reading the diaries of men who were lost in World War II. In the siege of Stalingrad, there was a story of a Russian woman singing in the trenches in the freezing cold to the troops. I've seen films of the Russian peasant workers in World War II, and I was also struck by the dismay of the homegirls, the Russian peasant women, young, promising people, trapped by an invasion from Hitler's Reich. I understand Vladimir Putin's mother miraculously survived. And I witnessed the arrest of a young woman who was simply protesting, a young Russian one, who's apparently still being held. I don't mean to glorify something like quadrophenia, but there's a passion moment between two young people on the run. And, she has her own brand of quadrophenia and rejects this guy later. But it's the plight of the young to be confused. And I wonder, I saw the defense of mom and dad storyline that was being given by the Russian government. I wonder if it's not, in some ways, part of a failure of the supremists to own up to the fact that sometimes ordinary people are the measure. Own up to the fact that we're human beings. One of the things that really struck me and scared me about the COVID-19 disaster was the abandonment of our old homegirls. I saw a newsreel woman saying, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. There were shortages. There was no treatment. The masks weren't available. What I'm trying to say here is don't abandon your homegirls. There's real loss going on. People on both sides who are blameless. Something tells me that being a superpower isn't all it's cut out to be. I'm just trying to pass some time dwelling on things I've recently seen that aren't allowing me to sleep.